I don't even know what to say. It's like everyone tells you that you should always, like, let's talk about what's going on in your life. Everything's, it's educational. And it's like, I just want to not think about the last 5 months now. Because, let's be real, baby boomers, I guess you could say, yeah, they got the nice, they got the cheap houses and, all that good stuff. But their end of life is failing them. Like the healthcare system is failing them. You have dementia, like, they're just like, well, we could do a psych evaluation. And then they're like, oh, we didn't do a psych evaluation, so you're kind of up shit's creek. And it's just like, and you being the caregiver is just like, so what do we do now? They're like, we'll just take her home and it'll be fine. And I'm being vague, and I should just say, like, yes, I'm pretty positive my mom has dementia, and it's getting worse. And I'm being a caregiver, and I've neglected my blog, The Bias Life. This is where it's being posted, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook, Instagram. You can find me, The Bias Life, all my socials. And I don't know. I'm just kind of sitting here, and it's been like a rough day where I work full time from home, and the constant questions and the repeating and the trying to keep that smile on your face so she doesn't think like, oh, it's I'm doing something wrong, when all you want to do is sit there and just cry. And these days are rough. Like, no one tells you that one day your life is just going to circle down the drain, and you're going to sit there and you're going to be like, what happened? And you're going to be put in a role where you're just like, I could barely mentally handle what's going on in my life. Now I got to take care of you and everything going on in your life. And it's just hard, and it's lonely because you can't really go out anywhere, because if you go out longer than 5 minutes, it's just like, help me, what am I supposed to do, help, this, that. And it's just like, your circle and your window is very small, and resources are not out there. No one wants to help. No one wants to help. Resources, no, they're like, well, she has to be diagnosed, but it's hard to diagnose because no one believes me. They're just like, she's old. Yeah, but I know her. It's like, I know her, and this isn't her. She doesn't remember my last name. She doesn't remember my birthday. She doesn't remember this. I'm like, you could ask her something, like talk about something for 5 minutes, and then just kind of go do something for like 3 minutes and come back and just ask her about what you just talked about. She ain't gonna remember. She's not. And it's just like, well, she's old, and it's just like, okay. And so the cycle repeats and repeats. And you're advocating for help. And it's just like, everyone's like, well, you got it. Just quit your job. You're fine. You got this. Quit my job. Hmm. Yeah, how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to eat? Like, what am I supposed to do? Well, you quit your job. You'll be fine. You got this. Just, she's your mom. That's what you're supposed to do. I'm not rich. I can't quit my job. I don't know. So, am I going to post more about dementia awareness? Maybe. I mean, it probably would be good to put that out there in my blog because it is The Bias Life. And hi, I'm Amanda Bias. It's about my life, what I find interesting, what I'm up to, what I'm doing. So, will I post more? Probably. Will it be every day? Probably not. You don't, I don't know. It is what it is. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to be more active, obviously, on my socials. I'm going to be more active on my website. I am hopefully, fingers crossed. I should not say this, but I'm going to say this. I will be posting um, at least two new blog posts a week starting February 1st. And I'll also still be posting my shorts on YouTube, alternating between YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, you know, daily, and then do my long form content, which I think this is probably not going to be long. Well, this is a long form content, but this is not going to be, you know, a Sunday video. But long form content will be on Sundays. And, I'll pop in probably in my stories or even like extra reels, maybe if I'm feeling some type of way. Or maybe I'll do a live. I don't know yet. This is still kind of new to me. I'm not cool talking to the camera, but I probably should. It'll probably help to not feel alone. So, if you're also going through this, please comment below. Leave me some advice if you have any, or some resources, or things that I should look into, ask, do, anything. Like, I'm all ears. I will need to do what's right, and it's just mentally exhausting. And if you're not, going through this, I wish that you would never have to experience what this is, because this is nothing I would ever wish on anybody. But I will see you maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. Who knows? We'll get this figured out. But I will see you next time. Bye.